She thought she had met the man of her dreams on a dating app only to meet him in person just to be murdered in cold blood. This is why you should never give someone you don't know on the internet any of your information ever. The tragic story of 19-year-old Carly Ryan. In 2006, there wasn't Instagram, there wasn't Snapchat, there wasn't even Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg hadn't even came out with that yet, but the only thing there was to connect with other people was MySpace. The first thing Carly wanted to do when she just turned 16 was get a MySpace account and something called VampireFreaks.com. Essentially just a website for kids who define themselves as emo. That is when Carly met a boy named Brandon. Carly and Brandon met on VampireFreaks.com, which I said is a site for people that like to wear eyeshadow or that type of makeup. Was just a community to be able to share and open up about those interests that other people might not have. But Carly and Brandon didn't just talk once, they ended up hitting it off and talking for the next 18 months. Her parents ended up noticing how obsessed Carly was with her laptop, so they told her that there was one rule, that she could only use it in the kitchen. Eventually, Carly and Brandon ended up chatting so much that they ended up taking it off VampireFreaks.com and getting each other's phone numbers so they could call. Then a man named Shane, who claimed to be Brandon's dad and a security guard, ended up getting involved with these chats with Carly. And after Carly already met the parents, she became even more in love with Brandon, to the point where she became borderline obsessed and would not stop talking about Brandon to her friends and her family. Fast forward to Carly's 15th birthday party. She actually invited Brandon and his father Shane to show up, but the only person who showed up at her doorstep was Shane. He did not come empty-handed. He actually came with hundreds of dollars of clothes, including lingerie. This is her first time meeting anyone related to Brandon, and he actually claimed that this was a present from Brandon himself. And showed up at her doorstep with his security shirt because he was a security guard apparently at a local mall, and flashed his ID. Obviously, the parents being a little skeptical, the mother and father did invite him in to celebrate her birthday with them. At first, everything seemed fine. That was until Shane started making advancements towards Carly that were not fatherly at all. Shane said to Carly that he loved her and that he would never let anything bad happen to her, supposedly making sexual advancements on Carly in front of everyone at the party. For that extremely uncomfortable situation, Carly's dad demanded that Shane left immediately. She shot up a huge red flag in Carly's parents' heads, and they immediately started monitoring her internet usage. Fast forward to February 19th, Carly's parents thought they were monitoring her internet usage, but her and Brandon were still talking under the table. But that is when Brandon introduced the idea of them hanging out for the first time ever at a beach 50 miles south of Carly. Carly lied to her parents and told her mom that she was spending the night at a friend's house. We all know Carly didn't go to see her friend. She actually drove 50 miles down south to go visit Brandon. The next day came and Carly's parents started to worry because Carly did not return home. After Carly did not return home, Carly's parents contacted the police. The police launched a missing persons investigation. Carly's body a few hours later was washed up at one of the beaches down south. You'll never guess, her body was found only a few miles away from where she said she was going to meet up with Brandon.